Today I announce my own opposition to Amendment 48 because I do believe it is bad policy, bad medicine, and bad law. It takes I believe this amendment takes an extreme position. It goes way too far, it threatens medical care, and it would create a legal nightmare in our state. It's why doctors, nurses, medical professions, legal experts, and elected leaders from both sides of the aisle oppose Amendment 48. The bipartisan, broad-based coalition opposing Amendment 48 includes more than 80 different state and national organizations. Coloradans have a long and proud history of rejecting government intrusion into their family decisions, and I believe and hope that they'll reject Amendment 48 on November 4th. Coloradans also have a long and proud history of coming up with unique solutions to problems and challenges. Amendment 48 does not solve anything, and in fact, it only creates problems. Amendment 48 will put the government, the courts, and the lawyers between a woman and her doctor. As a former district attorney, I oppose 48 because it could criminalize necessary medical care. It creates a dangerous web for doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals. Changing the definition of the word person would affect literally thousands of Colorado laws. A few years ago, we passed an amendment in this state. It's called parental notification. And actually, I supported parental notification, but as the district attorney, I had to defend it. It became clear in defending it that it was unconstitutional. We lost in the district court, in the federal district court. We appealed it to the Court of Appeals. We lost in the Court of Appeals in the 10th Circuit. At the end of the day, we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars of state money trying and paying off the parties that were the successful parties because they challenged parental notification. There were some close questions there. This is not a close question. If 48 passes, this is not a close question, and the state would be in the position of having to defend it. And if we lose, we'd be in the position of having to pay the prevailing parties' fees. Again, I think the voters of this state understand that, and the voters of this state will reject Amendment 48. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Ritter, for formally opposing Amendment 48. Governments, courts, and lawyers don't belong in a family's private and personal medical decisions. That is why former Republican Senator Dottie Wam is joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Governor, for joining this attempt to once again not put something in our Constitution that doesn't belong there.
Like killing babies, that's wrong! They should have stopped that a long time ago.
I spent 16 years as a legislator in this building, and I'm very proud of that.
Oh yeah, but they were speaking like this when the marriage amendment rally. They didn't kick them out then.
Because
they didn't have a permit either.
That deal with the subjects
No, they spoke right here. The homosexuals, I should have the same right as them. When the marriage amendment, they were yelling, calling themselves perverts.
crime.
I don't have a sign, but they were yelling this as well.
No permit.
But they didn't have a permit either, and they didn't arrest them. So that was there. I know, but that was the same government.
We don't want to
I know,
arrest you.
it was the same government. The homosexuals, I should have the same rights as homosexuals. They yelled against the judges, and they yelled against them. And told them that it's wrong. They said the marriage amendment was wrong. I say it's wrong to kill babies. I have the same right as them. They didn't kick them off. I should not have to be kicked off. I care about my rights just as them. I deserve to be treated the same right as a homosexual. And when they were talking to the senators and calling them perverts, I should have a right to say it's wrong. But they saying that it's lies. But they didn't have a permit. I don't have a sign.
I'm not talking about them.
I don't care either. I'm
talking
talking about
you
now. It's still the U.S. and I have a right, same right as the homosexuals. That was then and this is now. I have a right to speak now.
You have the right to speak on public property.
That's right.
Honestly.
No, they were here speaking.
this is
Nobody kicked
permitted
them off, sir. Nobody
We're
kicked them
speaking
off.
off right now.
Well, I'm not, just because I'm not homosexual, I still have a right to speak, just like they did. They didn't kick them off. They didn't kick them off. I think I'm kicked off either.
Just go despite
Our state
No, down there.
constitution.
No, they didn't move them off like
State
that.
property.
Yeah, but they didn't move them out of the rally. They didn't
I
kick them
don't,
off.
you know what, I'm talking about you.
I don't care. I was still at the rally and they didn't kick them off, and I have the same rights, so that's what I'm standing on.
Okay, I'm going to escort
The
you.
Republican Party, my party, is about protecting individual freedom.
They don't want to hear the truth. That's why they want us to leave. They
Individual
don't want the truth to be spoken
That's
here.
why.
Only the homosexuals can speak the truth, but they won't let us speak the
That's why
truth.
the Republican majority.
They didn't kick them out when they were speaking against the marriage amendment right. They didn't kick the homosexuals out. Just because we speak up for little unborn children, they want to kick us out.
Come on. Let's cooperate. You got no goddamn permit. You need to get the hell off
We
this
have a
property
right,
right
we have a
now.
right to speak too.
State Patrol, you're under arrest. Foul. Hold it. This is it.
Just because I'm not homosexual doesn't mean I don't have a right to speak. They never arrested them. They never arrested the homosexuals when they were calling the senators perverts. They never arrested them. How come they arrest me when I say it's wrong to kill babies? How come they arrest me when I say the governor is a liar and it's wrong to kill babies? Why do they arrest me? Why do they arrest me and the homosexuals don't get arrested, huh? What happened to free speech?
We care about people. We care about babies.
Here's our First Amendment rights being violated by the people who are trying to take away the rights of the preborn, the right to life, and now the right to free speech. Being violated right here at the state capitol today. Supported by Bill Ritter.
Thank you, Senator Wong. As a board-certified OBGYN, I know that when a family in Colorado faces a medical crisis, their health care choices will be limited by such an amendment. Eliza Johnson, a certified nurse, this is the news. Will expand on how Amendment 48 will result in such bad health
I just want to know what the guy's name is. The guy that arrested. John. J-O-H-N.